Hey guys, welcome to our website and also welcome to this short video on the 3 most common mistakes that we tend to see when people are choosing a gym membership. Now, we all know that exercising is not always the easiest thing to get motivated and excited and pumped up about, okay? Especially in winter time when it's cold and we don't feel like going out again. The mind tends to take over and comes up with a million excuses as to why we shouldn't get to that gym. So, if we can avoid these 3 common mistakes that I'm about to go over with you, then it'll make it a lot more easier for you to be inspired about getting back into your training, okay? So the first mistake that I see is people choose gyms that they don't feel comfortable in. You know, you want to make sure that you pick a gym environment that is warm and welcoming to you, one that when you think about it, it makes you feel inspired and you actually want to go there and you want to train and you want to be around all those people that are with you when you're training, okay? So if big gyms, sweaty men, bodybuilding around you and people all off doing their own thing, if that intimidates you, if that makes you feel anxious, if that turns you off going to the gym, then maybe you need to start looking for a place that is a little bit more suited for you and your needs. So, number 1 is make sure you find a gym or a studio or, a class or whatever it is that you want to do, that is a good fit for you. Okay, that's number 1. Now, number 2 is you want to make sure that you find a gym or a personal trainer or somebody who you trust, who you can connect with, okay? Because this relationship, guys, with your personal trainer or your training instructor is very, very important. Losing weight or anything to do with a gym for most people is a very emotional subject, and we're all emotional beings, okay? I've had that many people come in and cry on me, and I don't mind because, this is all part of the process, especially for those people that have been trying to lose weight for such a long time and they haven't been able to get to their goals, or they lose a little bit of weight and then it comes back on and they beat themselves up about it. Weight loss in particular is a very emotional subject. So you want to find a trainer who you can relate to and who you resonate with and who's going to be there to guide and support you around your emotional issues as well, okay? So that's the second point, is find a trainer that you connect with, okay? Now the third one, and this is probably the most important one, and it kind of is 2 points in one, is number 1, guys, understand that when it comes to weight loss or when it comes to building strength or anything that you want to achieve in a goal, if you want long-term results, which is what we all want, there is no such thing as quick fixes, okay? Quick fixes never last, okay? They might get you somewhere for, 3, 4, 6 weeks down the track, but you'll probably find if you've ever tried a crash diet or, somewhere where you've been promised that you're going to lose X amount of kilos in X amount of time in a really short period of time, that you might get to that result, but then the weight tends to come back on afterwards. Why is that? Because you're not addressing things holistically. You're not addressing things from a calm perspective, okay? So weight loss and anything to do with the gym, any goals you might have that we might want to achieve in the gym, we need to take a holistic perspective, okay? So it's important that you find a gym that is going to support you holistically, because if you're only working on treating things from the outside in, i.e. going on a strict diet and focusing on your exercise, but you're not working on changing the things within, like your emotional patterns, your sleeping patterns, your hormonal imbalances, all these things that could be going on beneath the surface. Do you have thyroid condition? Do you have irritable bowel syndrome? Do you have PCOS? Do you have any hormonal conditions? All these things that are going on beneath the surface that need to be treated on a holistic scale, then you're always going to reach a plateau and quite likely just fall off the wagon and then end back up on that self-sabotaging wheel where you beat yourself up all the time, okay? So if this point is not clear, there's no quick fixes, okay? It does take time, it does take work, it does take effort, and you want to find a gym or a studio that is going to look at things from a holistic perspective, someone that's going to be there to guide you and coach you through your emotional issues, through all this stuff that is actually causing the weight loss or the issue to be there in the first place. That's the stuff. If we can dig deep and deal with the emotional stuff, guys, that's the stuff that's going to make the serious long-term changes. Okay, so let's just recap those 3 points. Number 1, you want to find a gym or a studio or some kind of exercise that is a good fit for you. Okay, you want to find a trainer that you connect with and that's going to be there to support you and guide you emotionally. And number 3, remember, guys, there are no quick fixes if you want long-lasting change. And on that point as well, you want to find a trainer or a studio or a gym that can support you holistically. okay? Nurture and guide you holistically, a place that understands the importance, yes, of physical exercise, the importance, yes, of nutrition, but also the emotional aspect and the naturopathic aspect as well, what's going on beneath the surface. Because if we can treat things as a holistic wheel, that's when you're going to get the long-lasting results. Stay with it, guys. The good is there waiting for you.